Please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon. See my lectures and like and share.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Mohammed Ashraf Bhat, teacher high school Shanoo. I am going to deliver a lesson on English subject, and for class 8 my today's topic is a poem, The Porus and His Elephant. It is the second poem of English 8th class. And before I go through the poem, I will tell you some things about this poem. It is Ballad means a story tell in verse. A story tell in verse. When we go through this poem, it is recording of a king, Porus, who had his loyal elephant. The elephant saved his life in a battlefield. Then the story, its recordings remain behind for a long time. I will go through the first stanza of this poem. Hear ye a tale of the days gone by, days whose recording in short and scant. This is the tale that can never die, told of a king and his elephant. The poem is written by Mary Dobson. Mary Dobson is an Australian poet. The poet says, it's the story of old age. Once there was a king, Porus. He has an elephant, a pet animal, elephant, and the story is about this elephant who saved his master's life in a battlefield. And it is a story, its recording is safe, its recording is in brief safe. It's about king's elephant out on the plain where the waters go. Once the king went to attack to save his nation from an attacker who want to defeat him, who want to attack his country out on the bank of the river Jahlim. Jahlim wide, the king, the poet Mary Dobson further says, when the king Porus, when he went in the battlefield was in an open field near the river Jahlim. Porus the king went to meet his foe. He went to defend his country from his enemy. Porus the king, in his battle pride, Porus the king, he got a victory in the battlefield. How he got a victory? Because he drawn up his elephants in array. He arranged his elephants in a row, in a line, standing in a state in unbroken rank, where the elephants cannot be broken, where the attackers cannot defeat his elephants, while Alexander the Great for prey. And the another side, the Porus's enemy, the Porus's rival was Alexander, King Alexander the Great. He was his rival, led up his troopers on the other bank. The Alexander comes on the other bank of the river. He was on the other side of the river to fight against the Porus. Paris raged the fight. It was hard to tell. But the war was so difficult. It was hard to tell what will be happening in the battlefield. It was hard to tell. from the elephant sudden fell. Porus the king, who I wanted sore, until the Porus's pet animal, pet elephant, it became uh, it became it became wounded and fell down on the ground. The king became wounded and fell down on the ground. Then the elephant played a battle. Then the elephant played a faithful role, played a important role for his master, for saving his master. He played a gallant part, means an important role to saving his master, standing up him, alas, lest the least harm should assail him from below or dirt. He kept his master with mildly with his trunk, and kept him on his back, and drop him near the tree, in a shadow near the tree. Trumpeting loudly, he held at bay. Four men with arrow or spear or sword challenged them all to approach their prey, dared them to injure his wounded lord, and he challenged his enemies, his opponent rivals, if they dare to challenge him, if they dare to beat him, come forward. But what happened in the battlefield? Then at the last, with his mighty trunk, the elephant with his mighty trunk lifted him tenderly on his head, lifted his master tenderly, lifted his master mildly, softly on his by his mighty trunk, and put him on his head, on his back, where he could rest without fear or dread, and kept him away from this fight. These dumb things that but cry and pant, they too can be loved, for God made them so. Porus was saved, but his elephant died from his wounds. Thus the legends go. In the last stanza of this poem, of this blog, Mary Dobson says, these are the animals. They are loyal, they are faithful. We should to save them. We should to save them because God made them so. They are faithful, they are loyal than man. Then when the elephant itself died but saved his master's life, from these days, the story became, its recordings became loud for a long time, and it was about the Porus and his elephant. Inshallah, tomorrow I will summarize it, and I will write the summary of the poem in the coming days. Allah Hafiz.